Hi everybody, it's Heidi here from Psyche Revival. I have been hoping that a more opportune time would come for me to get some more content uploaded to my page, and I realized that there's just no perfect time. I need to do it when I can sneak in 5 or 10 minutes here and there. My day's pretty busy. I'm running my design business and on top of being a landlord and a dog mom and all that stuff. Anyways, so here I am, imperfectly again. And I wanted to jump on and talk about the importance of tuning into our emotions. So we are coming out of a phase where we have been living, many of us have been living out of touch with how we really feel, because in our society, and I don't know if this is because we have been in a phase where we are largely dominated by a masculine culture which has learned to stuff down the feelings. I don't know if that is necessarily a masculine issue, but somehow, somewhere along the way, many of us have been taught that our feelings aren't important, that our feelings make us weak somehow, that we need to manage them, that we need to try to avoid the ones that are uncomfortable. And this is a really dangerous way to live, because our emotions have so much important information in them. Our emotions will guide us towards our best life if we allow them to. But that really takes a lot of courage, because you have to be open and willing to actually feel your feelings. And that is one of the biggest things that I've learned in the past year. Learning to feel your feelings and not get swept away by them has been probably my biggest lesson in life to date as a very emotional person. And I think that, at one point in my life, I was sick, some emotional volatility. When I would get upset, I would lash out and get angry and be unpleasant, I guess, which would end up pushing people away, because it's terrifying when you're acting like a crazy person. And so learning to contain my emotions and sit and try to discern the information that they're trying to share with me, and then learning to respond to that information and not react to it has been life-changing. One of the books I would highly recommend if this sort of work interests you is by Tara Brach. Actually, there's 2 books. There's one called Radical Acceptance and one by her called True Refuge. And Tara Brach is a Buddhist meditation teacher, and she's also I don't know if she's a psychologist or a psychotherapist, but she practices counseling people in both of those, balancing both of those aspects of herself, which I really, really love. So through listening to her audiobooks, I have learned to be more in tune with how I was feeling. I've learned to take my perception, take my attention, my focus away from what's always happening up here and bringing it down into my body to really feeling what I'm feeling in any given moment. And I have a really beautiful story to tell you as a result of this newfound ability to be like, gosh, that hurts. Okay, why does it hurt? What is this trying to tell me about what I need in my life to really feel fulfilled and joyful? So I've been single for a while, and there was a relationship I was not quite clinging to, but not quite letting go of. And so I was just kind of doing my own thing. Let's say, I was been single all winter. Okay. So, I was at a party a few weeks ago, and this guy randomly kissed me at this party, and I was like, I so didn't expect it, right? And I was like, whoa. And it brought forth all of this blossoming, it's like it brought me back to life. And I was just like, wow, I totally forgot what that felt like. That was so good. And so immediately all of these emotions are stirring up inside of me and this passion. And I'm just like, my mind starts going out of control. Like, oh, who is this person? Like, what could the future hold? But things didn't go much further than that. And by the end of the party, he ended up like leaving with another person, and that's fine. I mean, obviously we were in a match. He was like 10 years younger than me, whatever. But when he left, there was a part of me that was so achy. I was just like, don't do that to me if you're just gonna walk away, and so I could have made that something about myself. I could have said, oh, Heidi, you're never going to find somebody special. People, you just get rejected. You're too old to, fall in love. There's all these stories that I could have made up about myself, about why that person didn't, want to go any further than that in that relationship with me. And so that's fine. So I decided, though, through the teachings of Tara Brach and this Buddhist sort of mindful meditation practice, I learned to tune in to that feeling. And I sat with it, and it hurt. It was like between my heart chakra and my solar plexus, there was just this like incredible ache. And I sat on the couch after the party, and I just sat in meditation and really like offered tenderness to that place that was aching so badly. And I was like, what is this trying to tell me? And I listened, and the message that this ache had was that you are lonely and you do want to be in relationship, and it does feel good, and it's time for you to be brave again and trust and reach out and explore and see what's out there. So I was like, okay, that's what that means. I do really long to be in relationship with someone. So from that moment, I decided to create an online profile, a dating profile, and it was only up for about like a week and a half when I connected with somebody that I read this person's profile, and I was like, oh, I have to talk to this person. And at first I saw his picture and I was like, wow, that guy kind of looks familiar. And then I was like, oh, he lives far away. And then I was like, well, I'm going to read his profile anyways, right? Let's check it out. So I read his profile and I was like, it just resonated with me through and through. And so I thought, he's far away, but I need to talk to this person. And that was not even 2 weeks ago, but we have been talking every day, several times a day since then, through FaceTime. It's really cool that you can connect with somebody through video like this. And anyway, so there's this beautiful new thing blossoming in my life, and I don't know where it's going. I don't want to jump to conclusions about it, but it feels so good. So my ability to tune in to that pain and not make it about me, but try to understand from it what it was telling me about what I wanted to feel good in my life, was critical in me now taking steps towards meeting that need and desire within me and fulfilling that part of me that I was missing and longing for and in denial of for a really long time. I've spent a lot of time single over the past 10 years, and I'm really glad that I, through these teachings, was able to just open myself up to new opportunities. And now I'm really excited about something that's on the horizon. So again, don't know where it's going to go. And if at some point it hurts again, I'm going to sit with that and say, okay, this is hard. What does it mean? It means I need blank. It means I'm really longing for blank. It means I really want blank. And to be really honest with myself about the desire. And I think in life that we can open the door for other people to meet us in our need, but we can't force them. And when we don't feel like we're worthy, we end up manipulating the situation to try to get our needs met through through less than ideal circumstances. So we try to control the situation, and I really believe in free will, and that the truest path to happiness doesn't include forcing somebody to meet us where we want to be. We have to recognize what we want and what we need, and say, can this person meet me here? Are they ready, willing, and able? And if not, it's my responsibility to then make a choice that is most likely to get my needs and desires fulfilled. And when we recognize that, it just opens up opportunity for more authentic connecting instead of forcing and managing. And so it's hard to walk away sometimes from things that aren't fulfilling you, but sometimes it's necessary. It's not always necessary though, because we shift a little bit. Sometimes it takes effort and time and practice to, like, in relationship, it's a dance, and you sort of come apart and you come together, and you come apart and come together, and there's a certain amount of space that's healthy, and but at some point, like, it's just not working so good, and at some point you just don't have the effort to continue, in that specific relationship to get your needs met. But let's not, I'm hoping that that's not where I'm going with the relationship that I'm currently exploring, but you just never know. So having realistic yet hopeful expectations, I think, what is realistic anyways? Anyways, that's a topic for another day. So I hope you found value in this video. Tune into your body when you hurt. Listen to what the message in that hurt is, and then make choices in your life that will help you get your needs met in a healthy, constructive, beautiful way. All right. Love to all you beautiful beings out there. Enjoy the ride.